Same-sex union or same-sex marriage, the practice of marriage between two men or two women. Although same-sex marriage has been regulated through law, religion, and custom in most countries of the world, the legal and social responses have ranged from celebration on the one hand to criminalization on the other. Now, do you agree to legalize same-sex marriage in the Philippines? People usually say no because of traditions and religion. Others say yes due to human rights. Philippines does not offer any legal recognition to same-sex marriage, civil unions, or domestic partnerships benefits. Societies have resolved the intertwined issues of sexuality, reproduction, and marriage in myriad ways. The responses regarding the morality, desirability, and administrative prerequisites of same-sex partnerships have been equally diverse. Notably, however, by the beginning of the 21st century, most countries opted for one of only three legal resolutions to these intersecting problems: to ignore same-sex partnerships, to criminalize them, or to grant them a status similar or equal to that of heterosexual marriage. Many countries have yet to reach a consensus of these issues. As noted above, many societies traditionally choose to ignore the issue of same-sex marriage by treating same-sex intimacy as a subject unsuitable for discussion. Many of these jurisdictions, as well as those actively criminalize same-sex unions, contended that homosexuality and lesbianism are mental disorders and built their public policies on this premise. In treating same-sex desire as a psychiatric illness, this culture moves same-sex intimacy and marriage from the realm of civil regulations, the domain of contract law, to that public safety, the domain of criminal law. In societies, the possibility of arrest or institutionalization further reinforce taboos on the same-sex intimacy and discussions thereof, typically driving such activities underground. As a 21st century student of Xavier University, I oppose same-sex union due to lessons of the Bible, but I respect them on their mutual decisions on what they feel and their freedom of choice. In this world, there is no perfect being. I have to tell you that honest truth as I see it. In this world, nothing perfect exists. It may be cliche after all, but it's the way things are. That's precisely ordinary men pursue the concept of perfection. It's infatuation. But ultimately, I have to ask myself, what is the true meaning of being perfect? And the answer I came up with was nothing. Not one thing. The truth of the matter is that I despise perfection. If something is truly perfect, then that's it. The bottom line becomes there is no room for imagination, no space for intelligence or ability or improvement. Do you understand? To the man of the wise, perfection is a dead end, a condition of hopelessness. Always strive to be better than anything that became before you, but not perfect. Humans have agonized over the attempt to achieve perfection. That's the kind of humans we are. We take joy trying to exceed our grasp, in trying to reach for something that in the end we have to admit may in fact be unreachable. People hating and criticizing on same-sex union has their own beliefs and doesn't support you. Some people agrees with it, but at the same time, as people change their minds when pursuing on the same-sex union, they start to hate it and bash on it. Let's be better citizens of the Philippines, even though I do not agree with it, but I respect them and let them be. Let us teach and spread our love and respect to our fellow Filipinos and on the other countries to show their respect on them and let them be on their own freedom of choice.